Hey guys, you want to go see G.I. Jane 2?
Yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, maybe not.
Shit.
Happening now. It's happening now. Happening now. Will Hammer.
Hey guys, we're back, and today we are talking about the slap heard around the world. Matter of fact, Brandi just slapped the shit out of us, didn't you, Brandi?
You had it coming.
Yeah. How'd we have it coming? Just about as much as Chris Rock had it
How
coming.
much time you got?
Yeah. I got a list. Hold on. So did
do I.
everybody see that?
I did after the fact. I didn't watch the Oscars. I was busy.
Of course you were busy. Did anybody think it was real?
Not at first. I didn't. I watched it live. When the audio cut out.
When he
and
said fuck, that's
Yeah,
when I
well-
was like, okay, yeah, that was real.
the audio cut out and the video started jumping back and forth, I knew it was real.
Yeah.
Because somebody's pushing a button. This is a live telecast, and it's like, as soon as he said shit, right? It's like he hit the shit out of me.
He said fuck. He
well,
said, keep my wife's name
no.
out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
No, but
said
what he's
fuck.
talking about is Chris Rock said,
Yeah.
Will Smith
You
just...
slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you can say shit. Can't you say shit?
No.
No?
No. Not on
I
national
say it all the
television.
time. They bleep me a lot.
That's why nobody watches the Oscars. If you could start saying shit at the Oscars, I think they'd pull more views than a slap.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about this whole thing, if there's a bright side, everybody's going to watch the Oscars next year to see if a whole fucking brawl breaks out. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what the bright side is. There's been a big light shown on Hollywood. There's a lot going on
You mean
here.
those woke losers?
That's part of it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Is
a lot going on
there a
behind
ratings
this.
issue with the Oscars? I don't think that there necessarily is.
Oh, they've had horrible ratings the last...
Really?
Yeah. They've been
Really?
dying
Yeah, I don't know.
big time.
I used to, make a thing of it, and I just don't really care that much
So,
anymore.
I saw
There's your point.
Jim Carrey's interview with Gayle King. Did you see that?
I didn't. I read something this morning because I like to just kind of read my news as opposed to watching it these days because,
He says
Not always
people,
honest.
basically people are, it's ridiculous, it's embarrassing. People are tired of us now. We think we're more than what we are. But he goes, Chris Rock isn't going to press charges. But if I was Chris Rock, that morning, Tuesday morning or Monday morning, I would have filed a $200 million lawsuit against him because that's always going to live in social media. And that could damage Chris Rock's reputation.
it didn't damage his reputation because his tour sold out before the next day. His tour that was coming up, sold out before the night was over.
I understand that, Brandi, but that's today.
They
This
took it
could
really
be-
well, as
This
Yeah,
could be,
he did.
This
I
is
think-
long term.
And honestly, I think they're making fun of Will Smith more than they're making fun of Chris Rock. I really haven't heard anything derogatory about Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was a stud. I mean,
He took it. He took
Yeah.
it pretty.
Yeah.
He took it
let me
pretty
tell
well.
you something.
Literally.
Yeah, his mama used to probably slap the shit out of him when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, no shit. But if
Why you hit me,
Sinbad,
mama?
do you think Will Smith would have walked up there if Sinbad was up there selling the same jokes? You got 6'4" big Sinbad. No.
Well, let's back this thing up, right? Hammer, you and I are happily married guys, right? If somebody did
He's
that
not
with
happily married. Let's back that up too.
Well,
Wait.
well,
Wait. I mean, come on.
Pump the brakes.
we're very much
I'm
in,
happily married. My wife might have a different
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Will Smith. Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
my
Yeah,
point
whatever,
of
you
that
guys can
is
sing your song.
right, you always want to protect your wife and protect your kids, protect your family, but I'm not so sure that that's exactly what he was doing. I mean, he was laughing at that joke. They showed a camera on him laughing at that joke until he looked over at Jada and she's like
He
that,
definitely
and
looked
he got up.
prompted to go do something
His
about that
emotions
joke.
took over. He
Yeah.
got
Wait,
up
did
and he
you-
went in there.
What's her name? Tiffany Haddish. Did you see what she said?
Oh.
That
No.
She should suck his dick from the back for doing that. You didn't see that?
Yeah, no, she was saying it's the best thing she's ever seen on television.
She was like,
Yeah.
that was like she said that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but-
and I give him props. And Jada should suck his dick from the back for doing that.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you something. For all the shit that Jada's done to that boy.
Well, first of all, Hammer
for
doesn't understand how that could work.
A comment about Being the next G.I. Jane when you had that total fox in the first one, that was a compliment.
Absolute compliment.
Well, she I guess she does have alopecia, but it's not a known thing. And
Well,
that's
who
kind
the
of
hell's gonna know that? Who cares? You're
that's a
sitting in the front
miserable
row. You're gonna it's a
disease, you know.
comedian.
The front
I
row.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and well, in 2016, Chris Rock was the host of the Oscars, right? And he gave it to them then as well, right? Because in 2016, the Best Actor, Best Actress, Supporting Actor, and Supporting Actress, which is 4 per, were all white. So
Yeah.
Jada Smith says, I'm going to, protest the Oscars.
Oh, and
Oh, they
Chris Rock made
boycotted
fun of
or
her,
whatever.
yeah.
Boycott the Oscars, right? And Chris Rock said, I thought she was on a TV show. You know, having Jada Smith protest or boycott the Oscars is like me protesting and boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited in the first
Yeah,
place.
she wasn't invited.
So,
it's like,
I mean,
what
it's
are you
like,
talking
where are you
about?
coming from? So my point is they're kind of used to being picked on, and you're at the Oscars, you're going to get it, you know?
It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity in any capacity whatsoever. You're going to get picked.
You're open.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm aware.
Yeah. You
At
see
any
that.
capacity.
Oh,
Yeah.
we saw your new tweets.
you
that
see my- you see
retweeted.
my
Oh, I
DM?
saw yours today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nice.
just thought I'd sprinkle a couple of those at you guys. I haven't done it in a while.
Is that
Break-
how you make
break your-
cupcakes? Sprinkle a little shit on top.
Yeah, sprinkle some really nasty fellows on
I want to
there.
That's
break. I want to
crazy
break your
stuff.
cervix.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
All right, let's get
Sure,
past that.
pal.
We gotta find you a new gynecologist,
Yeah.
Brandi, because that's
I've
not
got an
cool.
11-inch dick. Okay.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
sent you a picture. Yeah, that's not your dick, bud.
No, you said you don't like dick
Tell the
pics.
truth.
I remember.
No
that.
dick
Yeah,
Never
pics.
send
So-
Brandi a dick pic.
No, I'm unsolicited. Either
Yeah.
way, I'm just, like,
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
Yeah. No
So-
thanks.
I'm gonna go rub
So
one
Ha-
out. Get over yourself.
So
Stop
Hammer,
it.
as I look at this and I
No.
think about it, 48 hours, whatever it is later, there's a lot of words that come to mind. It's like prejudice, right? Racism, all this stuff is starting to come up. Celebrity, misogyny, prejudice, inclusion, ego, all that stuff is starting to all come together. It's like, well, where do we pinpoint what happened, right? Was it Will Smith's ego, his narcissism that got him up on that stage? What happened? What would have happened had it been you or me go up there and slap that guy? We'd be in jail right now. Probably, right?
And so should Will. He should. have
And
been
Will
arrested.
just got to
I mean,
go back and
that's-
sit. And like
that
Howard
is-
Stern says, right? It's like, where the hell was all the security?
Yeah.
You got something going out of hand here. There's
He
no
just
security.
blatantly went up there, slapped him, walked to his seat, motherfucked him for a minute, and then they went on with the
Yeah.
the
You
show.
know what the sickening
And then
part
was dancing later on that night with his Oscar.
But the thing that was sickening to me
he
for
apologized though, so it's cool.
all these morons
Finally.
sitting in the audience, when they got up there and he won the award, and they're all doing a standing ovation after he just committed a crime, and they're cool with it.
I've got the audio. Let me play the audio. Now this
Okay.
is from Japanese TV, so you hear like a little Japanese trying to explain what's going on. But this is the way it really came out.
Bitches.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Dumbass.
Well,
Anyway,
as somebody who never watches the Oscars because it looks like the most boring thing to talk about all the movies I've already seen and I'm probably going to see again, that is crazy that it's even being talked about so much. I mean,
It was immediate. It was like instant that people were talking about it and
Yeah.
created memes like 5 minutes later.
I
and
think the memes are how I learned most about it. So to actually hear the audio is
yeah, but
definitely
guys,
great.
I mean,
yeah.
Same.
it was an actual crime.
Yeah.
It was an actual fucking crime. It was assault. Period. Listen, it's okay to. What happened to American freedom of speech? Okay, and you're a fucking comedian. You're gonna say shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a comedian. He has
Yeah.
lived his life.
And he's a great comedian.
I read part of his book.
Right.
I haven't finished it yet because I drive so much. So I threw that one on the audio sometimes.
Nice.
I don't know. But he talked about how his father was extremely abusive to his mother,
Right.
and how he spent most of his life very scared, and has been an advocate for abuse and violence. And the fact that he did that was actually quite shocking to me because I just listened to that.
I think the big problem here is, and I know I'm going to get in trouble, but this cat's got the wrong woman, man. I mean, she's wrapped him up and playing all these games with him and got him so wired that he did something like that, because I don't believe he's that way.
They've got an open marriage, so to speak.
No, she's got an open marriage.
Well,
maybe
I can
she
speak on
did
this,
him
but I'll
Chris
tell you
Rock.
guys later.
Maybe that's a problem. Maybe she did him once and he knows about it, and maybe that came all back to fruition.
Chris
who
Rock. No,
knows?
she didn't. Stop it.
It's possible.
Nobody fucked Chris Rock on the side.
And
He's nobody's side hoe.
She's
Knock
around
it off.
apparently.
well, I've never been.
That would have been a big accident.
I've never been close
Yeah,
to being
it's-
married, but I even think just no matter what kind of relationship you have, like from the outside looking in, it's always easy to try and
Oh yeah, speak on
contextualize
somebody
it. But
else's. Yeah.
if it works for them, that's great. This kind of seems like an example where it's not working so great for
Well,
them.
dude, there's a time and a place, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you take the joke, you say, okay, I'm going to get Chris afterwards. Or what? You don't walk up on an international stage, smack a guy, walk back, and just like nothing happened. That's just completely wrong in my
Especially
book.
if you're somebody who's worked in comedy before. Like, he's not somebody who's unfamiliar with the context of jokes and how you take them as an audience member.
Exactly.
No, he's a funny guy himself. And the thing that's so disturbing is, you guys probably remember this. I know, Adam, I don't know if you will, but remember Robin Gibbons fried Mike Tyson on television?
Yeah.
And I love Mike to death, and I love your comedy show, Mike. It was very cool. But
Slippery slope here, fella.
yeah, but it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because he physically abused
Yes,
a
he
woman,
did.
and he is an actual trained fighter, and he could rock your ass, let alone a teeny tiny little woman.
Oh, no,
so
no, no.
the
I'm
fact
not
that she
talking
put
about
him
that
on
part.
Front
I'm not
Street,
talking about
he
that
had it
part.
coming. Sorry.
I'm not talking
Whether-
about that part.
whether
I'm
you
talking
think
about,
that he's
I
a-
don't disagree with you, Brandi. What I'm saying is you don't do that on national television. You handle your business in-house. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
but here's
All you do is damage everybody.
Again, slippery slope.
Yeah, all you do is damage everybody. You know? Hey, listen.
I don't know. I think maybe you give people a platform to speak up for themselves when they don't think that they have a voice.
Indeed, that's a different topic.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
a different
Yeah,
topic,
I know, but you're going down a
You're right.
road of it. This is totally
That's
different.
not where I'm trying to go, though, Brandi. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to go there.
This is
I'm trying to
totally
go
different.
that
He
what
beat up his
happened.
wife, not another man hitting another man.
About a comment that was made
Yeah.
as like a public joke. Yeah.
In a joking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
In a very joking way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Not
a
the
wrong
same
format,
category.
wrong reaction.
Yeah.
No,
and
that
but and
wasn't
then
my
after that,
point, though. My point was, you shouldn't. These kind of things. I'm not talking about the action or the reaction of what they did. I'm talking about these things that happen between spouses. Needs to be between spouses. It doesn't need to be out in
Again,
public. Period.
I don't agree.
You think it should be national televised?
I think that if that is what she
That's what
needed
the criminal court's for.
yes, on some level.
On
And-
every level. On
Okay,
that.
okay, we can talk about this if you want to go.
Hey, you just slapped me. I'm about ready to file charges against you.
Well, no, I mean, I think the specific you're trying to draw, Brandi, and not to like interject at all, but the action in the two situations is entirely different.
Right, absolutely. I'm just talking about how things should be brought to light, and it shouldn't be. Listen, that red round table that Jada did and brought everything out. To me, it's stupid. Why are you bringing all your family business out and talking about your relationship with your husband and all the relationships with all the little boys you're having? I
Yeah,
don't get that.
That's
Hammer, I
none
think
of
I'm with
anybody
Brent.
else's business. But I think she spoke on that because she was already put on Front Street, so she had to come out with a mea culpa. You know, what I mean, like that is what that was.
and that's what that show was for.
Right.
Basically, this is. I
That-
think it's kind of a different.
Well, he was
different-
shocked. I mean, you could see it in
No
his
question
face.
about it. But that's more about defending and not putting up with somebody.
He's a
making
really
fun of
good
your
actor.
family or your wife or whomever. So I think a little
I don't
different.
think he
on
was
that
that fucking shocked.
But the whole
You know what
show, the whole show I thought was different. You know, you're familiar with misandry. You know, the opposite of misogyny.
Sure.
You know, and you got Regina Hall up on stage, bringing all the cutest guys she can find in the audience. Say, I'm going to take you backstage and shove my tongue down your throat to test you for COVID.
Right.
And then she rubs up and down with Jason Momoa and then that other cat, right?
And she
Josh
wanted to
Brolin.
bring Will Smith on
And she's
stage.
rolling all over the place. And it's like, How do you get away with that shit?
Yeah.
You want
I
equality,
mean-
you want everything to be cool, and you're doing that shit? That's
I think these are comedians also that are trying to eliminate the cancel culture and trying to allow the things that were once funny to people that are no longer funny anymore because everyone's fucking offended.
kind of bring it back in.
I
to
think,
fold.
yeah, that's a pretty good envelope to push right there.
Right.
Listen.
Right. It's not, it's not Louis C.K. rubbing one out when his fucking interns walk in. It's a whole different scenario.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
just, it's
Busted
all in good
again.
fun.
If you,
know.
if you reverse who's kind of trying to make you uncomfortable, I think that winds up being a great joke.
Almost always. That is kind of the crux of good comedy.
Yeah.
Make somebody uncomfortable.
It has to be. I mean, that's what comedy's all about.
And the
is
best
making
comedy we
people-
talked about before in one of our shows, right? It's like the real stories, the real kind of stuff about comedy. That's where it's funny.
Well, we got one guy in our audience here, a buddy of ours, Steve, and he likes Don Knotts, or who were we talking about earlier?
Don Rickles?
Don Rickles.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
Don nuts.
Yeah, Don Knotts was good too, but Don Rickles, if you were sitting in the
Mr.
audience, I mean, he
Mr. Furley.
would pick the shit out of you, man. I mean, he'd brutalize you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, he had like 2 or 3 jokes, and then all of a sudden he went after the audience.
Just go, off.
But that's when the audience enjoys because they become part of the game.
Well, isn't it the Oscars? One of the best part for me of the Oscars is when a comedian is up there and they're going after the audience. You just watch them. These celebrities that you watch is like, these gods of celebrities, right? But they're all like cringing at these jokes. That's what's funny.
But you know what's going to be the demise of celebrities because they're dying out. This Oscar thing's dying out. This whole thing's dying out. Everybody has, like us, we have a podcast. Everybody has the ability to do this, right?
You're saying we're saturating the market?
Amen, sister.
Only happening now with Hammer.
Well,
Subscribe.
back to the Oscars and comedy, too. I really liked Amy Schumer's bit. I thought she was a pretty great host.
She was good.
And I loved her, going after Leo a bit, too. Talk about, like after his
I saw
girlfriends
that.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So why didn't Leo walk up and slap her?
Probably because he had a 23-year-old, keeping him sitting right there. That would be my
Exactly.
guess.
And then she comes back on after the commercial and it's like I just took my costume off and this room has changed. What, did I miss something? Yeah.
Hey guys, all I got to say is don't go slapping anybody when they're telling jokes. If you go to a comedy store, you see anybody, laugh, have a couple cocktails, don't go beating up anybody. We love you. Peace out. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. We'll see you next time.